Welcome to The Man in the Middle. I am your host, Bill West. Today we're going to be doing another physical media. I was going to say vinyl, but it's not just vinyl. I have a couple of CDs we're going to look at. Cleaning up, and I'm finding things in the room that still have not been opened. I've had them for quite some time. This first one is Dune by Hans Zimmer. Got this from Amazon, I believe. I don't know. This is part 2. I did not like part 2. I like the music, but I did not like the movie. The movie was first Dune. He took the story, made it his own. And it worked. It really did. I mean, I was totally impressed. I loved the movie. Couldn't wait for the second one to come out. And then I was like, what the hell? So, okay. Here's the cover. Here's the inside of it. I mean, they changed so much. I just couldn't. I couldn't deal with it. It was awful. And disc one. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. Disc one. How many discs? Disc two. And the book, pretty much a story of, scoring Dune. So, okay, this one is Beginnings. Beginnings are such delicate times. Eclipse, The Siege, Water of Life, A Time of Quiet Between Storms, Harvester Attack, Worm Ride, Ornithopter Attack, Each Man is a Little War, Harkonnen Arena, and Spice. Disc 2 is Seduction, Never Lose Me, Travel South, Paul Drinks, Resurrection, Arrival, Southern Messiah, The Emperor, Worm Army, Gurney Battle, You Fought Well, Kiss the Ring, Only I Will Remain, and Lisan al-Gaib. Like I said, Dune Part 1, great movie. Couldn't ask for a better Dune. But that second part was awful. Of course, your mileage may vary. My wife, who hasn't read the book, liked it, and my daughter had questions. So, which being ardent Dune fan of the books, I was able to answer. Next, compact disc is Steve Camp, Fire and Ice. It's the collector's edition, Capital Remastered. Crystal, or maybe Crystal. I can't really see that. I know Girder did the remastering. Has a collector's card in it. There's the front. There's the back. This has Upon This Rock, It Is Good, Love's Not a Feeling, Heart of Stone, Living in Laodicea, Squeeze, Fire and Ice, Light Your Candle, What Would the Devil Say, and Where Are the Heroes. Really good album if you're into Christian music. This is the Legacy series. There's the front and back. And there's the disc. The holder is broken. Once again, this is an album I have had, or CD I've had for quite a while. I just haven't opened it. And this is just the lyrics. great album. Probably my favorite Steve Camp album. Back in the '80s when it came out, this is probably my favorite. I've bought more lately. Whenever I find something at a used, thrift store or Goodwill, I try to pick them up. So I've been picking up a lot of Steve Camp, Don Francisco. Next one. This is an album I have never seen before till a couple of weeks ago. This is Soul Driver by Michael Sweet and Alessandro Del Vecchio. This is a great album. I went to see Michael Sweet. In fact, I got it signed by Michael Sweet at Stage Red in Fontana. He was there, just a man and his guitar, and he met and talked with all of us after the concert. If you had anything for him to sign, he would sign it. This was the only copy of this album they had. I picked it up. I bought it. I collect vinyl, so I picked this up, and she said, I was wondering if it would sell because it's the only one we have, and I did. And then as soon as after the concert was over, I got in my car. I put it on Spotify. Let's see inside the album. Here are the lyrics right here. And I think it's gold is what. I haven't even pulled this out yet. Yeah, it's gold vinyl. If you're into Striper, if you're into Michael Sweet, give this a try. It's really good. A lot of Michael Sweet's solo stuff. Well, not exactly solo. Like Sunbomb. I hated that album. I really did. I could not get into it. But this Soul Driver, I really hope that maybe there's another one. I'll be right with you. I have. Oh, I thought I had. Oh, there they are. I have 4 or 5 we're going to unbox, but I want to get to the ones that are not boxed first. Okay, they're not here to see you. This is Berlioz, my boy. We got him a couple of years ago. We thought at the time, or I thought at the time, even my daughter was afraid that her cat Pepper was going to pass away, and I wanted to make sure that she had someone that if it happened, her heart wouldn't break, or wouldn't break as badly. But fortunately, Pepper survived, and Berlioz became mine. He's my boy. Next one is Elegant Weapons. Good heavy metal. Horns for a Halo. This is side 1, Dead Man Walking, Do or Die, Blind Leading the Blind. Side 2 is Ghost of You, Bitter Pill, Lights Out. It's Thin Lizzy cover. Horns for a Halo, Dirty Pig, White Horse, and Downfall Rising. This is a great album. It's the only person I know in it is lead guitarist from Judas Priest. Let's see if it has them here. This is a strictly limited edition. It's clear black marbled vinyl. Can't remember the guy's name. Richie Faulkner from Judas Priest. They just fell out. I wasn't expecting that. We'll put them back in a second. There's the inside. Trying to see who is the band. mixed by Andy Sneap, the one who did the last two Judas Priest albums, who also played on the last two Judas Priest albums. Who is? Well, let's look at the albums while my phone is booting up. I had to shut it down. There we go. That's pretty. I think, yeah, those are the same on both discs. If you haven't heard this one, hold it up on Spotify, give it a shot. You will not. This is, I was going to say, this is interesting. It doesn't want to, does not want to fit like that. Maybe like this. Maybe that's why they're not in the album. Oops. There we go. There's the second disc. Come on. Well, I will get right to it. All right, the members are Richie Faulkner, Ronnie Romero, Scott Travis, also from Judas Priest, and Rex Brown. Really, really good. I'll be right back. Okay. Next up is Blade by Mark Isham. This is Barnes & Noble exclusive. This particular vinyl. Side 1 is Born of Blood, Headed for Trouble, Blood Club Voices, Party Crasher, Quinn, Stapled and Torched, Quinn Chows Down, Daywalker, The House of Lords, Karen Awakens, The Injection, There's a War Going On Out There, The Slap, Glyphs, Somebody's Gonna Take It, You Gotta Learn to Pull, Stake Out, High Tech Lair, The Transition Complete, Pearl Fries, The Book of Erebus, Blade Captured, Whistler's a Mother, The Subway, History, Sunblock, The Last Dawn, A Pain in the Neck, A Man in the Street. Side 3 is Top of the Food Chain, The Beating, The Death of Whistler, A Hurricane's Coming, Intruder, One Big Happy Family, Temple of Light, Curtis Isn't Himself Today, Blood Relations. Side 4 is The Bleeding Stone, The Ritual Continues, The Thirst Always Wins, The Race Emerge, Defrosted, Quinn Loses His Head, The Blood God, and It's Not Over. This was a little more expensive than I had intended to pay, but I've wanted this for a long time. Also, I do have this on CD, but the vinyl is nice. There's the back of it. It's all done in comic. And let's see, it's a nice red. Of course, it's a red vinyl, red and black vinyl. I don't know if yeah, there you go. I'm not gonna pull the second one out. They're both the same. There we go. Now these next ones are all boxed. Wanted to make sure before I look like a fool. These are all boxed. I don't know what they are. So pardon me. I knew I had a knife. I just wasn't sure exactly where it was. Okay. This is super. This is from Girder Music, a Christian, you know, music sales. Well, they also sell they also sell other, but they do a lot of Christian remasters. This one is Res Band, Between Heaven and Hell. This is the Legend of Rock series. The main event, Love Comes Down, Zoid African, Walk On, Talk to Me, I Think You Know, Shadows, Save Me From Myself, Nervous World, and 2000. Produced by Red Band. This is Capitol Records and remastered by Girder. I really, I've been listening to a lot of Res Band lately since they came on my, they just popped up on Spotify, and first song was Love Comes Down that I've heard. One of my friends, I think, was really into them in the 80s. I never paid attention to them really then, but now. But like I said, there's Res Band. There's the CD. Res is Glenn Kaiser, Wendy Kaiser, Stu Hess, Jim Denton, and John Herron. All lyrics. Glenn Kaiser nowadays, I believe, has a musical ministry. I've seen him on YouTube, Facebook. There. And the vinyl are the same. I know. Why do I buy two? Because I like to support the band. Well, I mean, I don't know if... I don't think Res Band is still around anymore, but, you know. I do like Girder Music. They do good work. And I support them as much as I can. There's that 80s rock and roll look. Okay, I think, yeah, there's the lyric sheet. And this is a goldish type. I actually went looking for just the CD. I didn't know the vinyl would be available, but they did. So I bought them both. One gets burned on the computer. The second goes to my, my vinyl collection. Like I said, Res Band. Love Comes, or no, Between Heaven and Hell. I think they said the album was a collector's edition. And only like 400, maybe less, were made. Once again. Okay, this is Dio. Love me some Dio. Okay. I'll make sure that's empty. Nothing in there. This is probably what I consider the last great Dio album. Strange Highways. Has Jesus, Mary, and the Holy Ghost, Firehead, Strange Highways. Disc 2 has Evolution, Hollywood Black, and Pain. Side 3 has One Foot in the Grave and Give Her the Gun. Side 4 has Blood from a Stone, Here's to You, and Bring Down the Rain. As album, I don't remember where this one sits. I know Angry Machines, Magica, Master of the Moon. I didn't care for them. No, I'm trying to figure out where Killing the Dragon came. Maybe Killing the Dragon was the last great Dio album. I'm not quite sure. But like I said, I didn't care for Magica, didn't care for Angry Machines too much, and I really didn't care for Master of the Moon. But this is a great one. Oh. Here is. Oh. There, two different sleeves. No gatefold. Right front. Let's see what the disc looks like. Okay, this is just regular black. Oh, the back is cool. That's trippy. I bet if you put that on the... It says, in remembrance, Terry Price. It doesn't say who he was or why, but I guess if you know, you know. If you're like me, you don't. Great album, great Dio album. I love this album. Yeah, this one I had on CD. I still have on CD. I have all of Dio's stuff. But, some get more play than others. That was one of them. I think it's a more harder, more vicious album. About time. This one I pre-ordered, and it took them forever. I mean, I think you could get it at on Amazon. This is pretty strange. This is a top loading. What the heck? I really don't want to put this open if I don't have to. Okay. I'm going to have to email them because I was supposed to get... Oh, there it is, Disco Bound. Okay. First one is the album. Burning Within, or side A is Burning Within. Here we are, Steel Bound. Twilight Cabaret, The Last Goodbye. Side B is The Long Road. Blood of Angels, or Blood of Heroes, Angel of Midnight, Riders on the Storm. Oh, watch this. Ooh, that is pretty. This is Battle Beast, by the way. I'm sorry. Battle Beast. This is a Nuclear Blast Records Limited Deluxe Edition. Includes Disco Bound, bonus LP plus poster, orange sky blue splatter LP, and transparent blue LP. I wonder if the battle... Yeah, that's transparent blue. There we are. Doesn't look transparent to me, but okay. And this one is Steelbound, Arton Remix, Steelbound, Winston, Pruden Remix, Here We Are, Stormtrance Remix, Angel of Midnight, Stormtrance Remix, Twilight Cabaret, JKB Remix, and Eden Stormtrance Remix. Also has a poster. And the lyric sheet. I'm a latecomer to Battle Beast, but I really like their music. Bear Bear, please calm down. Okay, this one I ordered before Trump started his tariffs, and that held the shipments up because this is coming in from Poland, and the vendor really wasn't sure how they were going to do that. If they were going to pass the tariffs on to us, if they were just going to cancel orders, but. Boo. Fortunately, they were able to work it out. It took a little longer than expected on both ends. They weren't expecting for it to take this long, and neither was I. All right. Theocracy. This is this is their album Ghost Ship. Come aboard and leave your darkness behind. I love this album. It's probably my favorite Theocracy album. Oh. Goodies. Oh, this is heavy. Okay. Millennial Reign. Eclipse of Worlds, Within Silence. Stickers. I have to give them much to listen to. Make sure there's nothing else in here. Oh, okay, that's it. Like I said, this is probably my favorite Theocracy album. If you're into Christian metal, you should really check this out. These guys are great. Okay. Ghost Ship, exclusive 2 LP Dark Ocean Vinyl Edition, limited 300 copies worldwide. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and take this off. I'll buy some vinyl covers. Like, oh, this is pretty. That's really nice, nice and shiny. Here's the inside. This has side A, Paper Tiger, Ghost Ship, The Wonder of It All. Side B is Wishing Well, Around the World and Back, Stir the Embers. Side C is A Call to Arms, Currency in a Bankrupt World, and Castaway. And then side D is Easter. One side, one song has a whole side all to itself. Matt Smith, the vocals, not Doctor Who Matt Smith. Val Allen Wood on lead guitar, Jonathan Hines guitar, and Jared Oldman bass guitar. Who does drums? Come on, get out. Ooh, this is pretty. Yeah, that's nice. So. one more and we're done for the day. We're not done because I have more. But I'm going to call it a day. Come on, get in there. Okay, we'll wait. You don't need to see me fighting to get that back in. One more album. This one I already know because the box is different. I remembered when it came in. This is Star Wars, Rise of Skywalker. I need to go back and see what I have. I think I have Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker. I have a box set of Rogue One that has 4 discs in it. Empire Strikes Back. I wish they would just go through and re-release everything, remaster it, put it on vinyl. Yep. Double LP on 180 gram vinyl. This was relatively inexpensive. I couldn't believe it. Thank you for your business. We strive for 5 stars. This was Music Lover on eBay. Music LVER. If you want to take a look. No, we're not going to do that. Okay, that's it. Yeah. Disc 1, Side A, Fanfare and Prologue, Journey to Exegol, The Rise of Skywalker, The Old Death Star, The Speeder Chase, Destiny of a Jedi, Anthem, Side B, Destiny of a Jedi, Anthem of Evil, Fleeing from Kijimi, We Go Together, Join Me, They Will Come, Disc 2, Side A, The Final Saber Duel, Battle of the Resistance, Approaching the Throne, The Force is With You, Farewell. Side B is Reunion, A New Home, and Finale. Not the greatest Star Wars movie, not the worst Star Wars movie. But like I said, this was really inexpensive for being on, 180 gram. Skywalker, there's the back. I wish they would remaster the original. Sorry about that. There's the dual. I think it's just black vinyl. Yeah, it's just black. I don't know if you can see the title. You can see, there it goes. Yeah, The Rise of Skywalker. Yes, I listen to many, many different genres. If you haven't got that already. Alright, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, drop a comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're taking a break from the rain that we've had all week. See the light, a bunch of natural light, except for the one behind me. We've got beautiful cloud cover. Keeps passing on. I wish it would drop some more rain, but we get what we get. I am Bill West. I'm the man in the middle. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, drop a comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll talk to you again soon. You guys take care.